What is up, everybody? It is Brian with First Shot Tactical, back with another video for you here today. And today we have another unboxing here. We have the Strike Industries Optimus buffer weight, and this thing is pretty slick. I'm excited about this. I was looking at getting some H3, H2 buffers for trying to tune an AR with a suppressor right now, and it can get kind of pricey as far as buying a H3, even H4, H2, and then testing it to see if it does or doesn't work. But Strike Industries kind of came out with a solution for that, which is this right here. It's a fully customizable buffer. You can add or reduce weight in there, basically making this an H1, H2, H3, I think. I think that's as heavy as it gets. We'll talk about it here in a sec. But either way, you kind of get, all the buffers in one. It allows you to quickly swap that out to make adjustments. So either way, let's go ahead and get this unboxed and we'll talk a little bit more about it here on the mat. All right, welcome over to the mat here. Let's go ahead and get this out of the packaging and see what all comes with it here. So obviously we have the main part, which is the buffer. Well, I guess we're gonna call it the buffer. I was gonna call it the buffer tube, but that's a different part. So we're gonna call it our buffer housing since we can actually change the weights out. We got our weights and then some other things here. And let's go ahead and get this out. And then here we have just a single sheet, kind of like a one-pager. You can scan a QR code, might give you some more details, but this is the main chart to follow as far as what weights to add to get the certain weight, which is basically, as you can see, H1 weight of 3.6 ounces, H2 weight of 4.7 ounces, and then an H3 weight of 5.2 ounces. And it gives you the breakdown of what you need to add into the tube here to acquire those weights. So you can see 2 tungsten plus 2 steel. It's going to give you 5.2, etc. So keep this. This is a good cheat sheet if you are picking one of these up here. And then you can see we do have labeled in the packages what they are. So we have steel weights, 2 of them in here. POM weights, I'm not sure what that stands for, but we have 3 of those in here. Here we have the heavy guys. These are tungsten. There's 2 of them as well. And then over here we have aluminum weights. There's 2 of them, and those are light. You also get these little O-rings and gaskets. I'm going to go ahead and pull these out and show you what you need to do with these. There we go. And basically these little rubber pads, as you can see here, these go in between the weights when you insert them in here. So that way it's not, metal on metal hitting and clanking around. These will dampen the sound and also space it out so that way it isn't, moving around in there too much. So with that, let's go ahead and talk about this. Let's get some weights in it and show you how this works. So to use this, the first thing you have to do is you can unscrew the lid on top for the cap. There we go. And you do get this little O-ring here, and the first thing you want to do is put it around here. That'll help create a seal in here. And make sure that is down. Something like that. Maybe it goes lower when you put it on, but you get the idea here. And now we're ready to insert some weights. All right, I kind of organized things here a little bit so that way we can see everything laid out, and I went and grabbed a scale here so that way we can actually see if this is accurate to the chart. So the first one we're going to do is let's actually make an H3 buffer because that's kind of what I think I'm going to be using this for. So we need to add, if this will focus here, 2 tungsten and 2 steel, and then we have to put these spacers in between. So I'm going to go ahead and start with a tungsten here. We're going to put 1 in. Then I'm going to put a spacer in. You have to put these in between each one. Then I'm going to put another tungsten. There we go. And then I'm going to put another spacer. And then we want our steel, which is over here. I'm going to grab one of the steel ones, put that in. And then I'm going to grab another spacer, put that in. And then I'm going to grab one last steel. There we go. And I don't know if we need a spacer or not here at the end. Is there one on the lid? No, so we'll put one here because that's all tight. They are tight in there. There's no wiggle room, so perfect. Let's go ahead and we'll put the cap on here. And looks good. And now let's go ahead and turn on the scale. We'll see what it reads at. See, make sure there's no glare. There we go. We'll put this guy on and wow, look at that. 5.2 ounces. That's what it says. 5.2 ounces. Perfect. Let's go ahead. I'm going to break this back down and let's try and do another one to see if it lines up as well. All right, I went ahead and got this emptied out again. Let's go ahead. Let's try and make an H1 now. So to do so, we're going to start with 1 tungsten, and then we're going to put a spacer, and then we're going to put 1 steel, which is right here. And then we're going to put another spacer right at the top. And then we are going to put 2 aluminum, which are these red ones. So we're going to put 1 here. We'll put a spacer on. And then we'll put the other aluminum. And that's at the top. And then we're ready for 1 last spacer. Perfect. Let's go ahead and put the lid on here now. I'm not going to lie, this thing is pretty cool. I'm hoping this one comes out accurate here. So we are looking for 3.6 ounces. We're going to put it on. Wow, 3.6 ounces. Right on with the chart, and now that is an H1 buffer. Pretty awesome. I think you get the point here. If we do an H2, it's going to be the same results, but this is an awesome tool as far as if you're looking to tune your AR15 as far as gas and you're using a suppressor to make sure and get a nice 3 or 4 o'clock ejection pattern. The buffer is a awesome place to start with when tuning your rifle. I know a lot of people just quickly jump to a adjustable gas block when using a suppressor, but I would kind of vote against that. I would start with your buffer and then go to an adjustable gas block because this will help slow down the system and help with the gas mitigation. So again, if you have questions, let me know down in the comments. I think this is phenomenal. This is awesome. Oh, just a heads up. I picked this up off Optics Planet. It was like $55. And if I wanted to buy a H3, H2, and H1 buffer, they were like $30 a piece. So I would be at like, $90 if I had to buy all 3, swapping them out. And then 2 of them aren't even going to work for once I have it tuned. So this guy was, just under the price of 2 of them. And you can adjust this to whatever you want. So I think this is a phenomenal idea. I'm excited to take it to the range, see if it does work in mine. Make sure nothing blows apart with this, which I'm guessing will not happen. But either way, awesome idea, and I'm excited to use it. But either way, again, if you have questions, let me know in the comments. If this was helpful, like and subscribe to the channel. Always appreciate that. And until next time, have fun shooting, and we'll see you soon. Thanks, everybody.